Folks, how y'all doing today? I'm Stately, this is City Skylines, and welcome to the fair town of good intentions, where we're just gonna pick up where we left off yesterday and get back to work on our plaza here. So let's pop down some trees for starters. Oaks, a little big. Let's go with some medium-sized trees. Maybe just some nice alders. I'm not sure what an alder is, but we're about to find out because I'm going to put a bunch of them down here. That's too many alders. Something like that. Perhaps. Still too many. 14? 15 meters. Let's see how that looks. Doesn't seem to do anything. I can't help noticing that it doesn't seem to do anything. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Trees. More trees. And even more trees. We'll put some more on the inside here. And now, whoops. That's a cute little plaza, right? I feel like we might do something with the grass on the sides at some point, but I don't have any immediate ideas for it. I think we're going to spend a little time today working on infill and a little bit of decoration here and there. One thing I'd like to do, because no city is perfect. I can't place these as props. That's too bad. I was thinking it might be fun to have a little homeless encampment there. I know that might be a little weird, but I like the idea of putting in little details like that. I'll see if there are some tent props I can get my hands on that would work for that. But what we'll do is we'll put down some advertising here and there. I guess I could have just put it on the other side of the road, right? We'll just have some billboards around the entries into town. And maybe a couple along the freeway here. Is there like a random billboard option? That would be nice, but it doesn't appear that there is. That's okay. We'll just put in a couple manually. Like that. And then here I kind of want some kind of sound dampening. So we could see what we have in the way of walls. These are all like ads for Walls of Drugs or something. Really? Castle walls, not what I'm looking for. That's is that too small? I guess that might work. Let's kind of run it from here to no. No. That's the wrong one. Is it this guy? Yeah, that should work. I know, like 30 stories up, nobody's really going to care about this. But for the sake of... Oh yeah, these things are impossible to select too. That's always nice. Okay, back to it. Unselect that and right about there. We'll just keep going all the way down to, say, there. Okay. Yeah, that's a very unimpressive wall. But it is kind of what we were going for, I guess. Weird little dip here. I do not like that weird little dip. think the best solution for this is to simply demolish and replace. Make sure we have the right track and the right everything, and just run a nice straight line from here straight to here. Okay, whatever I just did was bad. I done a bad thing. Done a very bad thing. This guy, that guy. I don't entirely know why that happened. I think I broke it. Oh, right. Derp. Okay, we want to force elevated pieces and there. Okay, the weird dip is gone. That's what's important. Some of these intersections look kind of nice just by virtue of how complex they've ended up being. Complexity can be appealing. Okay, so we have a good amount of demand for residential, and I was thinking we could put down some waterside apartments up along the water over here. So let's go ahead and put down a standard road. Get rid of that. Ground level will do just fine. Right about here, I think. Yeah. I'm going to freehand this to get it to follow the curve of the water side as well as I reasonably can. Just going to be something like that. Not quite. I only have 2 zonable tiles here, and I want 3. Point selection. That's okay. We can just move the individual segments to where we want them, and yes. I can actually move this just a little bit out again. That's what I'm talking about right there. Excellent. Okay, we'll do some high density towers. I'm not going to fill every single gap. I wish I could get it a little more straight, but I'm thinking something like that should do the trick. That tree there, I'm a little unclear on why that's still there. These are kind of situations where I'd like to, oh, my power line here is also a little bit disastrous. I think this is because I have road anarchy switched on. I probably forgot to turn it off. And honestly, I'm reasonably sure there are some other locations throughout the map where I've done the exact same thing, and there are trees sticking out of parking lots and things like that. And I guess we also need this area to have power. Let's make sure they have water before they start complaining about it. Too late, they've already started complaining about it. Like so. We can demolish these. These are no longer needed. That one is still needed. Oh, hey, our soccer team won. Of course, there's a dead guy there waiting to be picked up, but no matter, soccer team won. That's all that's important. Let's go ahead and fill this in because let's be, oh, geez, that's a little lame. But I mean, we can do this without hurting ourselves. Just need to be a little deliberate with it. Something like that. And maybe we'll put some hedges around this. And I keep doing this and then realizing that I'm not getting what I want. So let's just go to the actual networkable section here. Maybe this entire area is kind of a gated setup. So we'll put down hedges along there, and we'll put them down along here. Very, very mild curve in them. And then over here. No. Straight line, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. And do we go in, or this is too short and everything's being a little irritating, so let's turn the snappies off. There we go. Do the same thing over here, like that. And let's move them right up next to the road here. Because that looks better. Hello? There we go. Nice. And we'll do the same thing over here. Right up next to the road. Not quite a gated community, but definitely a planned neighborhood. Just like that. And we should have some kind of recreational area across the street. We'll do a simple little park. A small playground is probably just about right. And let me flatten things out a little bit. Particularly just don't want the playground to be on that weird slope. If the slope behind it's fine. No problems with that. There. Okay. All that we really have to do now is slap down some nice trees. And the doctrine is pines. When in doubt. Our strength is fine. That's pretty good. I'm sure those people, well, that's kind of a lame little tree there. But I'm sure those people will be very happy to live there. One other thing that I think I want to do here is maybe connect it up to this walking path. Maybe we'll actually get some people using the walking path if we do that. Stranger things have happened, right? And that's going to be under decoration and paths, and this is the combined foot and pedestrian path. And we'll run it like that. No, that's not a combined foot and pedestrian path. That is... Oh, hey, check it out. We got an animal. What do we got? We've got... Is that a wolf? Is there a wolf prowling the streets of Funky Town? I mean, that's bad, right? Is that bad? That seems bad to me. I kind of want to, you know, use the same design, but I can't find it. I'm not sure which of these paths it is. Not this one. Not this one. And this one is not upgradable. But that is the right one. Okay, alright. I guess we'll just do it again. Do it again, do it again, do it again now. No. Bad, Stately. Bad. Stately, why are you so bad? And then we'll, I don't know. Do that. You know, one thing I can't help noticing here is that, well, A, there's a hedge in the way. So we're going to have to split that up into two parts. But B, this. That is a ginormous pain in the ass. So you can just keep on going and going and going and going. And it just never goes away. So, yeah. It's kind of fugly. But everything I do makes it worse. Everybody's like, why are you so whiny, Stately? And I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. I guess we'll just, leave it at that. I don't like it. I can't say I'm pleased with the way that's worked out. Maybe we should just replace all of these paths with something else. What are our options? We should let the simulation run while we do this. I know I can't upgrade. Oh, I can. I'd have to do a little bit of retexturing here and there. I mean, remapping. Because there's a couple of places where this doesn't quite seem to work. But people weren't using this park. Like at all. Probably because there are no like valid destinations here. Maybe now they will. Maybe. I'm not holding my breath. Maybe I am holding my breath, you can't tell. But I'm not holding my proverbial breath. Which is too bad, because it's a cute little park, and it would be nice if people actually used it. Okay, let's get that hedge sorted out again. Under fences, this guy right here. Straight line from here to there, and from there to there. And now we can kind of manually nudge it into place. Hey, check it out. There's a cyclist using our path. This is progress. This is absolute 100% progress. Seems like a nice place to live, right? I'd live there. I would totally live there. I would live the hell out of there. This place is still just an absolute catastrophe. Got all of these cool tourist attractions. Well, I have a couple of semi-appealing tourist attractions, but there's just not enough people. We need more people. Where should we get them? Maybe we'll have like forestry locations. We'll go all Soviet on them. We'll just make everybody move here. Yeah, I don't really have any good solutions for this. It's probably poorly advised to put this thing here. Oh, what do we got going on here? These guys do not have buyers for product. Huh. Maybe we need some more processing facilities. We have a flour mill, and it's not getting all of the crops it can use, so I'm not seeing it, but let's take a look. Let's see if there's anything we can do here to make it work better. We got a flour mill. We already have one of those. We got a cattle shed. That's not new. A milking parlor. Yeah. Slaughterhouse. Should we have a slaughterhouse? We got some grain silos. We already had those. Small barn, large barn. I don't know. I don't think we need a barn. I just kind of like barns. And, you know, we got that little gap there, so I'm putting a barn down. You can't stop me. What level are we at here? We are level 4 going on level 5. We just don't have nearly enough workers to hit level 5. Are there like special facilities here that we can build? We have the flour mill and we have the cattle shed, right? Cattle sheds are used to raise cattle and provide them shelter. Takes crops and turns it into animal products. I don't know, maybe we do need like a slaughterhouse. So we'll put down the slaughter. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Where should the slaughterhouse go? Well, we don't have massive options here. Here is kind of the only place we can put it now, and honestly, I think that's probably fine. If we can get it to snap. There. Nope. Autosave. Freeze. Come on, how hard can this be? Like that. Okay, and slaughterhouse. Whoa. Traffic at the barn is a little problematic. This is not something I anticipated. I guess we'll put down another one. Hopefully that'll alleviate it a little bit, because whatever's going on here is not good. I generally don't know what I'm doing with the industry stuff. I suspect maybe I should look into it. But you know me, I'm stubborn. We'll put one on the other side, see if that helps. How do all of these things not have enough raw materials? I have fields everywhere. And now we're going to have more fields. Let's see. Small animal pasture, medium fruit field. I think what we're looking for is the medium crop field. Put one there. We'll put one there. Okay, can we get these to like match? This is potatoes. So we'll turn these into potatoes. And we'll turn this one into whatever that is, wheat, I suppose. No, well, whatever. This can be wheat too. Doesn't really matter what it is. It's purely cosmetic, but it needs consistency. Do we need more grain silos or something? This is full. This is completely full. And yet these guys don't have enough raw materials. They don't have enough crops. I don't understand the logic here. It's kind of maddening, to be honest. It seems like everything is here that needs to be here. But it also seems like it's not being properly utilized. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just let this run its course for a little while and see how things go. What can we do to get more people here? They're just not that interested. I don't know that there is a lot I can do. I think I might have to just let it grow naturally and see what happens. This is working just fine though. I feel like we can put another building here. Yes, we absolutely can. And I don't think we're going to put anything on this side. We'll leave this kind of a park area for the residents. Imagine being a teacher at the high school, though. You can just live here, walk over there. Got public transport here. This is a beautiful place to live. I'd totally live here. I mean, I'd live pretty much anywhere. I'm not picky, but that's not the point. Okay, you know what? I think we need to take a quick look at traffic in our city. I think it's been a few episodes since we've check the traffic situation. And, well, we saw this. This is obviously a bit problematic. This is clearly not problematic. This is red, but I don't see any issues here. Everything here is fine and dandy. Look how green this all is. That tram line really makes a difference. These are all, if you've been following for a little while, these are all the usual suspects. This always shows up as red, but traffic is flowing pretty nicely. This is a bit of a slowdown on the off-ramp here. It's somebody parked there. Did this guy park his sorry ass on the side of the freeway? I mean, guys, no. Just no. Here, parking restrictions. No parking. No parking. No parking. And no parking. Because I don't know what you people are thinking. I mean, I know those are not technically freeway off-ramps, but, yeah, no, that we cannot have. I will not stand for it. All right, still got a lot of residential demand and not a whole lot of anything else, but we do have, I think, enough demand to justify filling this in with some commercial. And you know what? Just looking at this, I don't think this is an appropriate place for a dirt road. Can we get a nice straight line there? Thank you. Very good. And we'll just low density commercial this entire area. And you know what? What? Chicken butt. I'm going to put down a little industry here. Just a few little things. Because this is kind of an industrial area leading out there. And I can imagine that at one point that industry area was bigger. Not that there's any demand for industry at all. Now, this is... This is... I don't mind it not being completely flat, but... Okay. Let's see if that didn't mess up the zoning too badly. That clearly did not mess up the zoning too badly. Everything seems fine. So, we're going to call that good. We've got another abandoned building at Bodacious Beach. We've got... Everything here is fine. Everything here is good. This is still by far our biggest issue over here. And I think it's time we expand this whole area a little bit. My best hope here is that if we get everything grown out here, we get it expanded, we'll have far fewer troubles getting these commercial zones to be profitable. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking with it. Let's go ahead and I didn't mean to delete that. I didn't mean to delete that second section, but that's okay. We can fix this pretty easily. Let's go ahead and run this road around, and I'm going to force it to ground level here. I think we'll kind of go like that. So nothing stupid steep here, I guess, so all pretty workable. Get rid of a couple of the more ridiculously steep slopes, though. And maybe just kind of Straighten this out a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about this intersection. I think what I'll do is straighten this. Just undo what I just did. We'll just run it in at a right angle. I always feel like that looks better. And it's not that hard to do with all these nice road guides. There we go. And is this like raised on both sides? Why is that raised on both sides? Not what we had in mind. We want to keep with the lay of the land as much as possible here. And that means we'll do this. And then from here on out, I was actually going down there. All right, well, let's cut this a little bit, and this one as well. Okay, well, I mean, now I understand why they're mad. Now I understand that they can't find any customers because I just destroyed literally the only road connection. There we go. What are those people standing there for? What are you guys doing? Oh, they're actually visiting the city arch. They're just standing next to it going, oh, arch. All right, guys. Y'all have fun. A couple more trees. Can we have some trees? Yes, we can. Maybe even over here, too. I know there's a really big trees for this area, but it's good. It's fine. Okay, all right, and that means we can kind of fill in this area a little bit. I like this idea of running the roads parallel to the, basically to the altitude lines, but I don't think it's going to work too well here. It seems to me this area here doesn't lend itself too well to that, but what we can go ahead and do is continue this road onward, turn off all of the snaps and run it to there. And should we continue the alleyway on as well? I don't think so. I think we'll leave the alleyway out here, but what we could do is no, it's fine. We don't need to do anything. Let's just get some buildings in here. And we'll have a couple along the road here and along the road here. And I'm just kind of sticking with the smallish building theme because on steep terrain, very large buildings tend to end up looking weird. A lot of times one half of the building will be half underground and the other half will be above ground, and things like that just don't look good. Okay. Now we don't need to worry about the water too much. That's very steep. Let's de-steepify this a little. Like that. This is also very steep, but I don't seem to have any good options for doing anything about it. And here we can put down a different type of neighborhood. I'm kind of hesitant to put too many roads branching off of this, so I think what we'll do is we'll take this road and we'll make this kind of the core of this area. And we'll do that. I need to set this back to normal because I'm getting all kinds of weird results. Let's straight lines. Let's just do nice straight lines. That is a sloppy mess. And I'm not sure what happened there, but it would appear that I have once again managed to anger the elder gods. And we all know what Mom used to say about angering the elder gods. Don't is what she used to say about angering the elder gods. She said, don't anger the elder gods. I can't prove this, but I don't feel like I have to. Okay, and high density. High density with maybe some kind of park in the middle. Like that. And can we fill in some low density around the outsides maybe? There's not really room for anything here, but we could have just a little dead end side road from here to Buckweg here, and we'll put some low density residential down. Yeah, we'll have some teeny ones here. I'm always a little iffy about the tiny ones, but whatever. There, okay, that's good. How are the abandonment issues? We have an abandoned one here, and we have a bunch here that just don't have enough customers. Yeah. I'm kind of displeased about that, but I'm not especially surprised. Again, this area is kind of out in the boonies, and maybe I shouldn't have put it here, but I did. And now I feel like I just have to deal with it. So deal with it we shall. Okay, you can stop that now. Yeah, that's a little rough. I gotta turn the anarchy off here. I'm making a mess. I think maybe we'll simply not do that. We'll do that. And what we can do is we can have a small road coming off there, going down to there. And none of that's zoned. Why is none of that zoned? Is it because literally all of the zones are being blocked by this? I'm thinking I probably just killed electricity to the entire new neighborhood, so let's go ahead and fix that real quick before everybody starts complaining to the mayor's office. Yep, there it is. Entire thing, entire grid went down for like 5 seconds there. I'm a little unclear what's going on with these roads here, but I think maybe the problem is that, yeah, it's a bridge. For some reason, this all ended up being a bridge. And that is not desirable. That is, what's the word? Undesirable. The opposite, if you will, of desirable. Okay, that's good. Make sure there's water, because they like complaining about that too. And let's see, so this we'll leave that for some commercial. We'll put down kind of mixed residential here. A lot of this seems to have ended up on the side streets. That's not entirely common. Some room for some big ones there. As I was saying, commercial over here and maybe even over here. We're going to have some really steep slopes at the back of these buildings. Maybe, just maybe, we should leave this area empty because this is going to be unappealingly steep. I don't think it's going to look good. Autosave freeze. Maybe I should disable the autosave while I'm recording, huh? That would be a smart thing, and therefore not something I'm likely to do. Okay, let's go ahead and make this not be a bridge, and make this not be a bridge, and make this not be a bridge, and make all of these things not be a bridge. Because there's no reason for any of that stuff to be bridges. And did a bunch of stuff just de-zone itself as a result of that? It sure does look like it. Well, can we fix it? Yes, we can. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Okay, where's my electricity? Why is there none? I have plenty, I just kind of forgot to connect this to the grid. You know how to fix that. Just put some buildings down on this side. As soon as those fill in, this should be resolved. And I doubt that'll take too long. Just making sure there's room for me to expand these roads outwards when the need arises. Because the need will arise. The need always arises. And there we go. Okay. We've got a fair amount of demand for commercial, but I'm not going to do a whole lot more commercial here for now, because the commercial we have is already not doing very well. But maybe we can fill in some commercial elsewhere. How about... Yeah, I don't really see any good opportunities along this road just yet. But I think back here we could definitely have a couple of shops. And this is not on the tram line, but near enough that they'll get some benefit from it. And here. We'll leave this open. This will be kind of part of the residential complex. And we'll keep that nice and residential for now. Let's check in on our new little housing estate here. It doesn't look great yet. And I kind of, in situations like this, I'm always kind of tempted to just force them all to be identical. But that's a bit of a pain in the butt to do, to be honest. What we can do is, I like these ones, so we can make these historical. And when the other ones level up, we can hope that they turn into that too. They'll still level up, they'll still gain value, they just won't change visually. And I don't have a problem with that, I think that's just fine. Okay, alright, all of our demands are reasonably well met here. I don't see any major issues across the board. So let's do a little bit of infill. There's something I've wanted to do here for a while now, and I've kept not getting around to it. I want to have a path, a trail along the water here that connects to all of these side streets and goes all the way down to, maybe even all the way down to the industrial area. So let's see, we might have to remove a couple of houses here to fit that in. And this is pretty high. I don't want to like branch off of the bridge, so I think what we'll do is we'll take our path and we'll run around the side here. And I guess we want to kind of go down to, let's turn the snapping off to right about there. Yeah, that seems about right. And then we'll carefully follow the edge here. You know what? I don't want to carefully follow the edge here. I think it would be much more sensible if this just kind of meandered through the available space. That way we can have, you know, trees on either side instead of limiting ourselves. Okay, good. Now we turn this off. And we'll just kind of, like I said, we'll meander. I'm a little unclear on why the trees don't disappear when you meander. The meandering is being hampered. Why are you hampering my meandering? Okay, and this is where it gets challenging. So this one is already like very close to the edge, but actually it fits, to my not entirely insignificant surprise. That seems to work. This is not going, this is going to work just fine. This is not going to, okay, that's fine. I am going to have to go back and adjust some altitudes here and there to get everything to line up properly, and we'll probably have to get rid of these bollards and barricades that I put in. Then we'll go underneath here. Along here, we're gonna have to move a lot of trees. Gonna have to move a lot of everything by the look of it. But that's fine. We don't mind. Alright, and I think maybe for now we'll leave it at that. We have a lot of excess foliage needs... Great. Off to a good start with the excess foliage removal. Yeah, boss, remember those shrubs you wanted me to knock down? I accidentally destroyed the road instead. Damn it, Jim, why did I even hire you? You're always doing stuff like that. Sorry, boss. I don't mind if, you know, a little bit of foliage sneaks onto the road. Some of these cases, you know what? Actually, it might make more sense in most of these cases to just move the offender, because I can totally put these trees somewhere else, or I can move these up the hill a little bit. And then it's just fine. Maybe not all cases. This might have to go. Wish there were a keyboard shortcut for that. No, not that. That. Man. I foliaged the ever-living bejesus out of this, didn't I? There's, I have no idea where the road is in some of these cases. Okay, and I guess we can leave just a couple of bushes on there. That's no big. Okay, alright, so this all seems pretty okay. Let's move some of these trees out of the way. Hey, there's a cyclist. Hi, cyclist. Do you like your new bike path? I'm like removing the trees as he rides down. Come on, come on. Don't give me that autosave BS right now. You should definitely be somewhere else. Okay, alright. It's kind of steep, but, you know, I'm pretty sure it's okay. This, though, needs a little bit of TLC right here. And then I guess we can lower these down just a tad. And it'll still look okay. Hello, I just want to not look at the zoning, please. Come on, how hard is it to not look at the zoning? It's still kind of odd. But okay, whatever. Yeah, no, these guys, these itty-bitty little guys need to go. And yeah, I'm reasonably sure we need to do something here as well, because whatever's going on here is not good. Right. That is a problem. Let's see what our options are here. Is there anything I can do? Yeah, we'll move it out a little bit. Maybe that'll help it flatten out. No, not especially. Alright, well, let's lower this some more. And these houses actually still seem to be okay-ish. A little rough. And it still doesn't look quite right, but it's close enough for government work, as they say. I don't know who they are or why they say that, and I kind of wish they wouldn't. But they say that. That's exactly the kind of thing they would say, isn't it? Okie dokie. Yeah, you know what? Oh, this still kind of has to go. Rotate it a little bit so it's not quite as in the way. Alright, so we got our little bike path. It doesn't exactly follow the route of the water, and we don't want it to, but we can definitely kind of smooth it out here and there. Yeah, that'll do just fine. I'm curious to see if we get a lot of people using it, but, you know, if you need to get to, say, the university, this is probably an attractive way to go. He said, looking around for somebody using it and not finding anybody. Well, it's done. I built it. I can't unbuild it. Actually, I can. It would be pretty easy to unbuild it. Now, this has been bugging me for a while. These commercial buildings here just don't look very good. But also this parking lot has a couple of issues. So we're going to go ahead and fix this. And fix this. And my idea was that the commercial buildings are like bars and convenience stores and stuff that you visit when you're going to the grocery store. But the zoning just doesn't look good. So honestly, let's kind of increase the zoning density and just have it be a nice strip of buildings instead of this odd little setup. See, that's a popular footpath right there. I think a lot of people from the school end up parking here, maybe. Well, the school has its own parking lot, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. You know, while we're at it, this school needs some sport facilities or something, don't you think? Maybe we can give it like a football field or something. I have a couple. They all need to snap to a road, so let's go ahead and grab one of our pedestrian-only roads and get some snapping on here. Need to be a little longer. Walker Street, that's an appropriate name for a pedestrian path, I suppose. Here, let's make sure we're going out far enough. It would have to be right like that. Yes, that will do just fine. And then here, and then here. So, and then we can have a football stadium at the back. I kind of want a smallish one. It looks like I need to flatten things a little bit here, because none of these seem to be conforming. Nor, honestly, should they be. I mean, you don't generally expect your football pitch to be anything other than flat. I totally get that. Just replacing this real quick. Not the bulldozer, the road builder. There, like that, and come on, like that. You get these weird connections sometimes. This is, ugh. Oh, now the entire zoo doesn't have power. Okay, these things happen. Let's go ahead and grab one of the rural lines. This guy right here. Problem solved. That does look a little better. It's still not fantastic, but it's good enough. Okay. Now, next step, we need to flatten the terrain here so that we can put down a stadium. I don't think this is going to be too hard because it's already reasonably flat. And now it's perfectly flat. Why are you still complaining about not having electricity? Oh, because I don't have the simulation running. It's all good. Now, about that football field. What do we got? This is a small soccer pitch, by the look of it. This is a high school football stadium. That's kind of what I had in mind. Oh, that's the stuff. You know what? I don't really like this very much. The green is weird. Let's try one of the other ones. This guy is small. This guy looks like it might be more appropriate. Yeah, that's much better. Look at that. I like that one quite a bit more. Okay, time to pave the world a little bit here. Because we got some strange combination of... Oh, jeez. On second thought, let's just not do that. This is a pain in the butt. Much smaller brush size, and we'll just kind of fill this in as well as we can, I guess. I'm not sure why this works oddly with the footpaths. And I wish it didn't, but it does, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. So, trees seem to be an appropriate feature here. Let's go with, trees there, and a few along here as well. Like that, mostly just to kind of hide the ugly, I suppose. And then we'll fence this lot off with, what do we got? Hedge? I think we'll use hedges. Hedges are nice. They're not too invasive. They look less threatening than things like chain link. So I am in favor of them. And we'll kind of... Well, let's incorporate this corner here because we might well put something there. I don't know what yet, but it seems like an appropriate place to put something. Okay, all right. You wanna be weird, hedge? You go ahead and be weird. Okay, it would appear that these things have become inextricably wedded. That's not really what we had in mind. So let's try that again. Little practical corner going on there, and there should be a little space behind the field. So that's good. Okay, alright. It's not quite done yet. I want to fill in the sides here and have some more school-related stuff. I'm not entirely sure what that is right now, but for today I think that's going to do it. Are those like all students? Or are they just coincidentally all dressed the same? Inquiring minds want to know. Alright folks, thanks for tuning in. See y'all next time. Peace.